Now, tell me about being off cheese. What's going on?
Oh, God. Okay, you can see the scar. I mean, I've healed very well.
Yeah.
But this here, there's a sort of...
Oh, yes, there's a little mark on your nose.
But it was, so that was a few years ago, anyway. So, my boyfriend at the time, he was a DJ, he was DJing at some really, really, really posh wedding in Positano. Has anyone been to Positano, Italy?
Italy.
The Amalfi Coast. It's ridiculous. Have you been?
No, I thought it was a club.
Oh.
Yeah.
Positano. You going there, Positano? Yeah.
Yeah, it could well be an Italian
Probably
restaurant on some
is.
side street in London.
Yeah, but it's like the poshest sort of like coastal area of Italy. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And this wedding was ridiculous. I mean, the whole of Vogue were on the beach. It was the ceremony was on the beach. They had like a grand piano. He was tinkering away on the beach.
On the beach?
Yeah. And then like the bride arrives by boat. I mean, it's ridiculous. Everything is idyllic. It's perfection. It's just it's incredible, except for one thing, that it's 48 degrees Celsius. And people are...
48?
Yeah,
Wow.
you'd die, surely.
That's
It was
too hot. That's Dubai hot.
It was so hot. I mean, people were like passing out and it like wet with sweat.
Yeah.
I mean, they had nicknamed this heat wave Lucifer.
Wow.
Okay, so Lucifer was... this is real, people. I mean it. Right.
Wow.
Anyway, so your wedding was lovely. Fast forward to the next day, very hungover, sort of like hanging half out the sea, trying to stay cold and wet with like rehydrating, you know, with an Aperol spritz or something. And the groom's like, he's like, oh, I know, it was a great idea. Why don't we can all swim round to the other side of the cove. There's this beautiful grotto. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, that sounds cold. That sounds nice. So I was like, yeah, all right. So me and 12 blokes start swimming around this cove to this grotto. He forgot to mention there was a sheer cliff face that we had to climb. Okay. So that was fun. Managed to get and sort of creeping through all these like horrible rocks to get to this. I mean, it was like a gaping black hole. It was like the rectum of Positano. That's all I can say. And it smelled like shit. It was like, it felt like sort of where bats go to die. So I'm getting in there and I'm like, okay, that's great. Should we swim back to the bar? Anyway, meanwhile, Lucifer's been very busy and we're coming out and the rocks, people, the rocks are... It was like walking across a barbecue. I can't tell you. I had no choice but to just run.
And you're just barefoot?
Barefoot, Amazonian, right?
Natch.
Beautiful hair, wavy. Just, you know how you do when you jump out in the sea. Just absolutely, wow.
Like Ursula Andress.
Something like that, Bill. Anyway, so I just thought, I'm gonna fuck it. And I just thought, I'm gonna sprint, because I had no choice. So I ran across like sort of these rocks, the gnarly, slippery rocks, and I slipped. And I fell about 20 feet down the side of these cliffs, and I landed on my face. I came up, and all the boys were screaming like girls. And they were like, don't worry, it's fine, you still look like you, it's okay. And I looked down, and I had quite literally cheese grated my whole body from head to toe.
Oh my God.
I mean, I must have lost about a pound of flesh in total, I reckon. Anyway, I'm like...
It's like a carrot. Yeah. Blood.
Blood, pissing blood from everything. Like, just, I didn't have any skin left, but it was terrible.
Oh my God.
And then it was like, but it's not really, that's not really the issue. It's that. And I was like, there's a flappy thing, and then this is here, and I was like, oh my God, okay, what the fuck? I've got filming next week. Actually, that's the first thing I said. How did you cancel filming? Anyway, so we'd managed to get this fucking dude, Giuseppe, who's going by on his little fisherman, like, help me, take me to the harbour, my nose is going that way, this is all fucking, what the fuck? Anyway, so we get on this tiny boat, there's like 12 boys now on this boat, and me crying and pissing blood, and we get to the ambulance at the harbour, and the Giuseppe's like, look, you see, she's a Winston Churchill's granddaughter. I don't know where he's from, actually. I'm sorry.
I like
He's
him,
supposed to
though.
be. I love him. He was anyways, you should get a really good surgeon, really good surgeon.
Winston Churchill's granddaughter, that's
Yeah.
what he said you were.
No, I'm not. But I was then, to get the best surgeon. So I'm like,
She's from Australia.
hello? So I went into the hospital, I said, hello, it's Morgana Churchill, I've fucked it. And so 5 stitches. One stitch.
There's nothing of it left. That's beautiful.
I'll show you backstage. It is there. And there's another thing under the fringe. I sort of try and sort of brush everything under the carpet these days. You know what it's like. Just less face as you get older, isn't it? It's sort of like that.
Yeah, or more. I mean,
Can go either way.
I go either way. I don't mind, you know. So, what was the upshot of it? Was it a lot of surgery?
Kids Valium. So what happened was, so I got all these stitches, and I had my eyes were so swollen I couldn't see out of them, and it was an absolute mess. I mean,
And a big bandage around your head.
oh, I had like a sort of, it was like an ST. It was really thick, and it's sort of right there on the face, perfect for a very sort of, glamorous week in Italy. So anyway, yeah.
What's that?
I was
Black eyes.
smiling, but I don't know what NST is.
I don't have a clue.
An ST.
What's an ST?
When you have your period.
Sanitary towel.
Oh, right.
Thank you, Alan.
Oh, yeah.
You got me. You got my back, babe.
I promised you I'd have your back, Morg.
Didn't know that.
Sanitary
Got
towel.
one in now.
Slapped it, yeah.
I'll make it talk later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the only good thing that came out of it, so I had to cancel filming. I was like, fuck it, I might as well just stay and do a little tour. Do you know what I mean? Go
Yes.
around Italy.
Good idea.
And I'd managed to wangle some kids' Valium off the doctor. She saw me coming. I was like, I'm really anxious. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah. She was like, here's some
Drugs.
kids' Valium. Yeah, here's some drugs.
Yeah.
That was what I was hoping for, really, if I'm honest.
Powerful analgesics.
Yeah.
Is
But
that the strong stuff? That's
No, it's strawberry-flavoured drops, okay? And you put one in the water here, and I'm like, literally. So, but the best thing was, when you go into the pharmacy, they don't take the piece of paper away from you, the prescription. So I just went around with all the chemists. And I had like 20 bottles of Kids Vow by the end of it. So I just sort of spent the months of just going
Mildly sedated like a child.
pootling around Tuscany and bit off my tights.
I thought you'd gone off cheese, though.
Cheese graters,
Cheese
to be
graters.
fair.
Oh, cheese
She's
grated.
great.
Oh, God, honestly, yeah. I mean, I've got pics.
Were it what?
Pictures.
No,
Of
couldn't.
the-
Photographs from head to toe.
When you were just in a
Ay, ay, ay.
swimsuit then?
Oh, yeah, that actually fell off.
So you're naked, bleeding from the head like a sort
Yeah.
of ghost, decapitated
Yeah,
ghost.
the bottom stayed on, but that had been ripped off by the rocks. And to be honest, a lot of men do scream when they see my boobs. This is extraordinary. This is extraordinary. They're characterful. 70s, quite 70s.
70s boobs.
In an argument. But they're mine.
East to west.